Hi everyone, Lolly here. This is the second part of the Let's Make Heart Day tags. I started a set the other day and let's see. There's a video on these to show, just kind of come along with me while I do this and show you how I did it. They came out really super cute. Lots of ruffles and pretties on them. So I wanted to make a set of 4, which is normally how I post the tags in my Etsy shop, so I wanted to do 4. So I went ahead and worked on this one just because I wasn't sure what I was going to do and I needed to have some kind of idea before I came on here. So I'm going to make the second one. Now the second one is going to also say love, but the letters are a little bit different because this was all of the pink and red in the set. So, and this was the sticker set that I had. So there wasn't all the words that I could think of didn't have all the pink and red left. So we're gonna do love, but it's gonna have a little bit of a bluish green color, which is okay because in the background you can see in the tag the writing shows through, and there's some ivy on some roses in the background of the paper, and those kind of show through as green as well. So we're just gonna go ahead and go with the other colors. So what I did beforehand was I did them all at one time, so I did all 4 of them, was to take the cuddle bug and I cut this shape out of the paper and the cardboard, and then I ran them through embossing folders. And this one has the little birds on it. The one I did here had the polka dots on there, and I make sure that I put them so that it pushes the paper up, and so I have the raised part here so I can rub my ink pad over it. And when you do that, then you, of course, you just get the raised bits colored here. So we're going to do that for the next set. Let's see. Okay, sorry, I thought I had the ink out. So these are a bright, pretty pink all on their own. I think they're coming out darker on camera than they are. But I wanted to just kind of age them a little bit, distress them a little bit. So I have a, this is actually the Festive Berries color. And it's not like red, and it looks almost like a dark pink. Just wanted to go ahead and use that. And then I've also kind of mixed in a little bit of antique photo. Or antique linen is the one I used, I'm sorry. So, just to kind of give it a little bit of a aged, not just all bright colors. I don't normally do really bright colors, so everything has to get some kind of aged and distressed. So, not too much, just... Sorry, I keep leaving the camera. I'm set up differently, so I'm not paying attention. So we'll just rub that in a little bit. Okay. So then, in the background, I have a heart. I don't know if you can see it. It's just sitting just as a little background cover back here. So we'll have that real quick. We'll cut that out, and then we'll start to layer. Okay, and this heart is just simply so that there is something in between the background here and the first layer. Okay, it's just a little messy inking here and there. You won't really see this too much, just on the top. And so that here, and I'm just hot gluing most everything just because it's quicker. There are some things that are have the what do you call them, the glue dots, but for the most part I'm just hot gluing just for time's sake. And I like the way it holds. If you get it flat enough, then you don't have to worry, I don't think, about it curling and coming back up. Okay, so the next layer after the heart is the little shape that I cut out here. Also on the Cuttlebug, Big Shot. Cut out the shape, cut it out of a real thin cardboard, and then on the paper, I use spray adhesive to put those together. And then I've put the dots on the back here, the adhesive dots, to raise it up a little bit. So let's see if we can duplicate that. Now here I have a little piece of this cloth. And again, if you have seen my Eureka video where I washed the rug that I bought at Five Below, and I got all of these beautiful bits of shears like this and silky fabrics. Sorry about that. So that was really fun because a lot of good stuff came out of that washing. So alright, so this one I didn't do this until later, so I'm going to see if I can't get a little bit smarter about putting it on before, because that was a little bit difficult. And I'm going to put it on here and then I'm going to trim it up. Just want to get it placed. So I'm going to put my hot glue on the back there. Just want to curl it around so it has something to hang on to. I'm going to press it and then add this little one out. Sometimes we risk everything just holding on to the hot glue spot so we don't mess up our projects, right? Okay. So let me trim it. All right. So far we have the little cutout with the little strip of cloth stuck to the back. And then the next layer we have is our little word that we're going to have on here. And again, this one doesn't have the same exact colors, but I think they're pretty. Just like that adds a little bit more than just pink, pink, pink. And maybe it's just because I've been looking at pink all day. But so I'm going to ink this up a little bit. I'm going to tear it just so it's not one cut straight piece of paper. If you tear away from you, then the white side goes to the back and you won't see the white. Yeah, I'm sorry, you won't see the white edging. Ooh. So I'll put this on here. Tear off the edges a little bit. Okay, so then I'm just going to glue these letters onto this piece of paper. And you could glue it onto another little piece of cardboard. I just didn't want it to get too raised, but that would help it be a little more stabilized there while you're gluing. But since we already have a couple of layers of cardboard there, I didn't want to go put that on there. The V kind of takes up a lot of room. Alright. And I lost my E. You can probably see it and I don't. Alright. Hiding right under the project. Okay. I'm going to pull this up just because it was a little high. Like I said, this V takes up a lot of room. So, see if we can't get it down lower a little bit. Okay. Now all of that is going to go on here, but underneath I have a little layer of lace. And this is an old vintage lace I have. Okay, so we're just going to measure it out, let it hang. It kind of frays on the ends, and I like that after it's been on here a little while, so I'm good with that. So we're just going to put a layer of glue here. And then on top of that, we're going to put our word. And you can use any word. It's Valentine's, and that's kind of the most popular word. And that would fit on my little space here, so it's not a whole lot of room. Alright, so add a little more red back here. So what do we need here? We got this. So we have a little piece of this sheer fabric up here. And on these I used lace. You can see them in each corner. So I try to make, when I make a set of 4, have them resemble each other in the same patterns and papers and kind of the same style, but just not always like exactly the same of everything. But you can tell they go in a set together. So we're going to take this little piece of material and we're just going to make like a little fan out of it. And I always just press it hot at the ends just so it has something to grab onto underneath. And I don't have to fuss with that under the... Alright, and here I'm going to trim it. Alright, then we're just going to glue this onto the back. And then, so here we go, we have that all glued on the back. This one looks so pretty right there, but this side looks really cute. Alright, so then we're just going to put the glue here and here. And we're going to put this down. Alright, now with the flowers, these were just plain little flowers that I had. And then what I did was stamp them. I inked up my stamp, which was this one. And then I just stamped right over the top of the flowers, and then I glued the pearls on afterwards. So we can do that really quickly. Okay, make sure I'm on here. So some of the little flowers already have pearls on the inside, but then I couldn't get the stamp over the little pearl, so I just used the plain ones. And then I just cross our fingers and hope it comes out well. And there it goes. Just adds a little design to your flowers. So then you can just take plain little flowers that you have that have no print or design on them, and you can ink them and give them a little personality. Okay, so let me find my pearls. I have a pink, and I think I'm going to do both of these pink, and then I have my little red hearts for the inside. And I got these at the Dollar Tree. I'm sure these were Hobby Lobby, probably. I've had them for a really long time, but the little red hearts I just got at Dollar Tree, so you can find those there. And I have that in this little bottom flower here. Alright, so we have a strand about this long of the white ones. Just to give it a little bling. Okay, so we're going to put that right down here. Alright, so then, and even though these have a little sticky on them, I like to put just a little bit of glue in the middle of the flower, just because those little pearls always, for me, seem to come unstuck. So don't want to have them come apart on anybody who gets to take these home. So, and they'll be in the Etsy shop, Scrappy Lolly Paper Company. And so what I've done here is just stick some lace on the back just to give it a little bit of a background. Just so it's not just a flower just sitting there by itself. And you can't see it a lot. Probably could have cut a bigger piece of lace. Actually, let's do that. Okay. Try that again, sorry. That's how it goes, just trial and error when you're making a project, right? Okay, so there's one, and it looks like we have it placed right about here. And the second flower and pearl, put on here, and then why does everything keep leaving here? I know, oh, it's stuck to the glue gun. Glue strings, just love them, right? It's probably a brand of glue that doesn't have them, but all right, let me cut this again. I'm gonna place this on here, and then we're gonna place this little one here. And then the last flower is going to get the little red heart. And that is going to go right on top here. What size were you? This one. Put that right in the middle. Dollar Tree has so many cute Valentine things. I think they're kind of stepping up their game in the craft world, but I went in there looking for some things and I just had a hard time. I ended up with a whole basket full of things. And then that's going to go right there. Okay, so now we have our set. So when I make these, I don't always make them thinking about putting them in a journal and writing on the back of them. I like to hang them on the wall as like decor for the season. Or you can hang them on a gift that you give to someone, or if you take Valentine cookies to a teacher, just to dress it up and make it look something special. Put it on the side of a jar or something real pretty, just to kind of decorate the room, put some flowers behind it. So that's kind of what I think. The back of it is solid, so and I'll just run some ink over it and then put some finishing spray over it. But you could glue a picture or something like that if you were going to put it in a journal. I also, like I said in my last video, sometimes I'll make a tag that I love so much and I'll end up putting it as the cover of a journal and then embellish around that. So you can do that as well. So they're a little bit bulky just to put inside of a journal, but if you did put them in there, you still could write, or you could write on something and then stick it on here, or put your picture or your keepsake or whatever you'd like to put on there. So just so you'll know that they're a little bit bulky, just to be putting inside like that. So here's my little sheer material here. I'm just going to cut it down because it's really wide. I'm going to tie that at the top. Okay, so I've trimmed it down just so it's a little more narrow and a little more even. I'm just going to slide this in through the back. And then we're ready to go. And you can just trim it up to match the other one. We'll make one a little bit shorter. Okay, and there you go. Before you know it, you have a set of tags that you can, like I said, use as decoration in the house, or you can put them on a gift, on some cookies, on some flowers. If you're going to give someone flowers, you could tie this to there, type a little message and put that on the back. Just so many ways that you could use these. you could take a empty frame with no glass and put that on the wall, and then put this between it. I have some, I don't think I posted a video, maybe, I think I did. I made some similar to these, and then what I did was put a little clothespin here, or a Tim Holtz hook. It had more area, but and then I put a magnet on the back, and that way they could stick on the fridge and you could hang a picture from there. So I put that. I'm going to also do that with those kind of tags. So there's just so many different kinds of things you could do, not just make a tag to put it in a journal. I like to frame them and hang them and put them out, put them on baskets. So there's a lot of different ideas that you can do with them. So maybe this encouraged you to make yours, and to show you a quick way to do that. It's just cardboard, corrugated cardboard. I ran through the Big Shot, and if you don't have one of those, you can just etch in designs with the back of a pen or anything like that, and just to make designs on here, or just your paper would do just fine. So here they are, the 4 here that'll be in the set. That'll be in the Etsy shop. By the time you see the video, they'll be in the Etsy shop. And thanks for joining me. I hope you are inspired to make your own tags, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you could give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see what's happening next, you can subscribe. I do my tags, I do my junk journaling, and I also do mixed media projects, and so you never know what we're going to be up to next. So thanks again for joining me, and we'll talk again in the next video.